Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Chronic Chronicles. I'm your host, Lexy Halloran. Today, we have a solo episode. It's different than our normal episodes. Obviously, if you guys have been listening to this podcast, welcome back. And if it's your first time listening, hello, welcome to the podcast, welcome to the community. We normally do chronic illness, chronic pain, honestly, mostly endometriosis focused episodes. But today we're going to do things a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about kind of like a mix between things I wish I could tell my 17-year-old self and like 27 things I've learned by 27. And we're doing this episode this week because my birthday is a week from today. So today is October 14th. It's Monday. This episode will come out on Wednesday, October 16th, and my birthday is Monday, October 21st. I have always loved my birthday. I'm the type of person that, and honestly, I'm so sorry if this makes you hate me. Um, I fully realize that it sounds narcissistic, but maybe this will change your mind. I don't know. Or maybe it'll like help you think differently on why maybe people love their birthday or maybe like celebrating it for a long time. But I've always loved my birthday, and I feel like I've always loved it because I'm such like a, I don't know, sensitive person and like soft person, and I'm so like I don't know how to explain it. Like when I'm living moments, really good moments, I almost feel nostalgic of them like when they're literally happening. Like they're happening in real time and I'm already like I'm gonna miss this moment type of person, and I've been like that my entire life. I'm also like a very empathetic person. Like I really feel other people's feelings. So like at weddings when people are getting married and they're in love and I just can like feel all this love radiating off of them, like it makes me just feel so nostalgic for memories that are already happening. And I feel like that's why like I on my birthday, around my birthday, I don't know, like I feel just so in love and happy and sad at the same time. And like the process, I'm gonna cry. Oh my God. The process of like getting older and living this life. And I just feel so grateful. Okay. I don't need to cry. Oh my God. I just feel so grateful to live life. And I feel like every year around my birthday, I really love celebrating it, and I'm the type of person that does like it turns October 1st and I'm like it's my birthday month. I love October, and I've always loved October. I love the seasons changing, and I love like new seasons of life coming in, and it sounds crazy, but I've literally felt this way since I was a child. Like I remember being like 10 years old and being like a new season of life, and I'm just like a very emotional person. Um, but yeah, every October, like October 1st comes around and I'm like, oh my God, it's my birthday month. We're coming into, I feel like the best months of the year, like October, November, December. It's just so like beautiful, and I just love it. It gets chillier. And then like the week before my birthday is my birthday week. Or normally like, I don't know, like the week of or something like that. This year's a little bit weird because it's falling on a Monday. So I don't know, is this my birthday week or is next week my birthday week? Whatever. Either way, I love it, and I like to like do things for other people during that week. Like I feel myself like wanting to, I don't know, like give back to the people that I love in my life and just like do more things with people and thank people more. And I don't even think that I love my birthday because of the things that I receive from it, like physical things, like gifts. I feel like I love my birthday because of the amount of love that I get from people and how special I feel on my birthday because people are like reaching out to me and telling me that they love me and telling me happy birthday. And I feel special because of that. And it just makes me feel so connected to everybody in my life. And I just feel so grateful and happy. And I don't know, every year I like to like think back on like what I did this year and how my life could continue to grow and just things that I want to do this year and what did I do this year? What didn't I do this year? And I feel like you know how everybody has like New Year's resolutions on New Year's? I feel like I almost have those like on my birthday. I'm like, okay, what did I do this year? Like what did 26 look like for me? And then I like to think about it. I feel like that's kind of what I want to do today, and I want to do it all with you guys. I know that a lot of people like don't like their birthday, and I don't know if that sounded like just word vomit, but hopefully that gave you a little bit more context. I don't even feel like I like my like obviously I like presents. Presents are amazing and I think that it's a great way to show love, but at the same time I feel like I care less about the presents and more about the messages that I receive from people. And I feel connected to people and I just love that. I love feeling connected to people in my life and I love like giving love to people and receiving love from people, and that's why I love it so much. And I just feel like it's a new season and I was alive on this earth for another year and I get to be alive on this earth for another year and I'm just so thankful for it, and I just never want to take this life for granted. And I feel like sometimes when you have a chronic illness, um you can get really angry at the world, and I've definitely went through periods of my life where I was really angry at the world, and I'm just so happy to be out of that for now. Hopefully I don't go into it again. Oh my God, why am I so emotional right now? I'm also in my luteal phase, I think, so that might have something to do with what's happening right now. But anyways, I'm just really feeling happy on where I am in life. And there was a period in my life where I didn't know that I would. And I feel like even when I was a kid and I was going through some really hard things, my birthday would come around and I would feel loved. And I would be like, okay, there's something to hold on to, and it's not always going to be so hard. And I wanted to be grateful for life and thankful that I was here. And I know that I've said those words like 10,000 times, but I really mean it. And I really hope that you feel loved. And literally everybody send me your birthday so I can tell you happy birthday and that I love you because I love birthdays. I love birthdays. I'm just thankful we were all born and we're all here on this world together right now, and we can connect through this podcast and not feel so alone, because I know that, endometriosis and other chronic illnesses can make you feel really isolated and alone, and I don't want you to feel that way because you're not. And okay, I'm gonna stop being mushy now and we're gonna get into the actual bulk of the episode, because if not, I'm gonna just cry this whole episode and nobody wants to listen to that. So, to start things off, I want to go into my weekly report. Also, I have to kick off a week from my birthday. I treated myself with some Starbucks today. I have a grande pumpkin spice latte. Hold on, let's get some ASMR. There's no like ASMR to drinking coffee, but anyways, cheers. It's super good. Okay, weekly report. R is reading, and this week I'm reading Do I Know You by Emily Wibberley. I hope I said that right. I joined a book club, so I'm going to my first book club meeting October 22nd, so about a week from now, and I literally am starting the book today. So wish me luck that I can actually get through this whole thing. I'm excited though. I've always wanted to host a book club, but living in Seattle, I've only lived here for like a year and a half and I just don't have that many like in-person friends here. So hopefully one day I can host a book club. I really would love to, and like have like charcuterie boards and wine and stuff. But for now, I joined a book club. I'm super excited. I'm hopefully going to meet a bunch of people. And yeah, so we have a book. We have a week to read this book. Eating. I've been eating more vegetables, which is a crazy thing to me because I actually hate vegetables. Fun fact about me, but I feel like I'm starting to like them more. Like I think my taste buds are kind of like changing for the better. And I think I'm starting to like vegetables more, like particularly broccoli. I literally have hated broccoli my entire life. Hated it. Broccoli is like my boyfriend's favorite vegetable, and over the years I've kind of like gotten used to it more, I guess. And now I actually like it. Like I'm buying broccoli and we eat broccoli way more now. But just in general, eating more vegetables and because they're good for you. You know, they are good for you. And for a long time, like I literally wouldn't eat vegetables at all. Or I'd have a Caesar salad and that was my vegetable, which is like better than nothing, but like still not very good for you. So eating more vegetables. Playing, I have been getting back into my crafting era. For anybody that doesn't know, I have a small business where I make sweatshirts, mugs. It actually started with earrings. I started making like beaded earrings the like 5 years ago, and then I sold those for a little while, and then I got more into like graphic design and like designing sweatshirts, mugs, tote bags, t-shirts, stuff like that. And then when I moved to Seattle, I actually formed my business, my LLC, and I go to like markets on the weekends and sell my items there, but it's so much fun. It like really kept me sane in grad school, being able to have like an outlet. I've always been a very crafty person. Having like a creative outlet helped a lot during grad school because I seriously thought I was gonna go insane. I feel like this summer I just kind of fell off of it a little bit. Like I still was doing it, obviously, like my business doesn't go away, but I just wasn't feeling like super pulled to it and like very passionate about it. But I feel like that's coming back. Maybe it's the colder weather. I'm definitely feeling a lot more like creative now. And I've been really into candle making recently. I've been candle making for like a year. I sold candles in the like Christmas markets last year, but now I'm like getting a lot more into it again. Shout out my boyfriend's dad because he bought me my first candle making kit for Christmas a couple years ago and started a new habit for me that I just really love, especially in the colder months. Like making my own candle and then being able to burn it. Love that. I make these like super, super cute espresso martini candles and yeah, those are always a hit at the markets. I don't sell candles online. Let me know if I should. They're just kind of hard to send to for shipping, but I would do it, of course, if people are interested in candles. So let me know if I should do that. But yeah, at playing, I've been getting a lot more into crafting, getting back into that. Obsessing. I've been obsessing over sourdough and soups. I started my own sourdough starter like 4 days ago. So we're on like day 4 of feeding it. So it's not ready yet to actually make sourdough bread, but I'm super excited. And then every Sunday I make a soup since like September. So really into soups. I actually bought a soup book from Goodwill and I think it's the cutest thing ever. It was like $2. So soups and then recommending I feel like I've recommended this quite a few times, but a walk outside in the weather because it is about to be, I don't know where you live, so maybe not for you, but for most of the country, most, right? Most of the country, the weather changes enough that it's chilly. So it's gonna get dark. It already is getting dark. It gets dark at like 7 p.m. now here in Seattle, but it's gonna start getting really dark and really cold and gloomy. So I'm trying to take advantage of the weather while it's still nice and have like I've been doing a morning walk. And it doesn't have to be like long. Like some of my walks in the morning are only like 10 minutes. So just a walk outside, try to get some natural vitamin D. I've been treating myself to fall desserts. Not even necessarily fall. I just say fall because it's fall, but desserts in general. I've been baking a lot more, like a lot more, and I'm loving it. So I just feel like I'm in my like homebody era right now. I'm happy with that. I also want to do a little health check-in. So I know that this episode is not focused on chronic health, but I do want to talk about it just a little bit because obviously that is me. I have chronic illness, so that's always on my radar. So mentally, I'm doing actually really, really well. I stopped therapy a while ago just because it wasn't covered by my insurance. My new job, well, new as in like a year and a half ago. I did just start a brand new job though, like 2 weeks ago. So anyways, my therapist was not covered through my insurance, and I just like can't afford to be paying out of pocket for that. So I am trying to find a new therapist. which has been really hard because I like to go to in-person therapy. I feel like it just helps me to get out of my apartment or my home to go talk to somebody instead of just doing it over Zoom. But at this point, like I think I would be willing to do it just over Zoom if it was covered through my insurance. It's just really difficult to find that. But mentally, I'm actually doing really well considering that I'm not going to therapy. But physically, I'm doing probably like a 5 out of 10. I've had some pretty bad cramping the past couple of months, but my bloating has been way down. Knock on wood. Please stay away. My bloating has been like way reduced in the past couple of months, but my cramping is still pretty bad, like probably worse than it was 6 months ago. And I don't know what's going on with that. But I guess I can tell you what I have been doing differently. Um, Pretty much since like September. So I've been drinking hot water with lemon almost every morning since like the beginning of September, mid-September. And I've been going on some type of walk, whether it's like 5 minutes or 45 minutes. Sometimes it's like an hour and a half, but most of the time it's like a 20-minute walk. But I've been doing that at least once a day. And then since I think September 1st, I've been using Pure Spectrum CBD in my like lemon water every day. And I think that that really has like helped a lot with my anxiety symptoms, which I do think helps with my endo flare-ups because it's helping my anxiety. I also, like I just said, I got a new position for my job like 2 weeks ago. So I feel like that has helped a lot too. Granted, that's only been like 2 weeks, but I already feel so much less stressed out. Like it's mostly work from home. I do have to go into the office sometimes, which I actually enjoy doing now because I'm not there every day. Um, but the quality of work is hard and stressful, but I think that because I can do most of it from home, and if I'm having a flare up, I can be by myself and have sweatpants on and have a heating pad on, just reduces so much of my stress. And like I'm at home, so I can make my own meals. I've actually been eating breakfast every single day for the first time in like my entire life. Like I don't think I've had breakfast routinely since I was probably a child. Like I've skipped breakfast my entire adult life. So I think that that has helped a lot. Not necessarily breakfast, but like eating consistent meals. Um, and like being able to make them at home. And then other products I've been using Emma Valentina heat patches. I don't have a discount code for those, but I absolutely love those. And then, like I said, the Pure Spectrum. And then obviously some days cramp cream. I use that like literally almost every day. I use it for like more than just my like endo cramping. Like I said, though, my cramps have been on one in the past couple of months. So I have been like going through the cramp cream for sure, using that like on my stomach. But I get really bad Charlie horses. And I feel like now that I'm like exercising, which I'm not even really exercise. I mean, it is exercising because I'm walking, but I'm not doing like high intensity workouts or anything like that. I'm literally just walking. But I get Charlie horses. I have my entire life, and I've been getting them really bad recently. Like I wake up in the middle of the night and I have a Charlie horse, and I just keep the some days cramp cream like next to me on my nightstand, and I throw that shit on my leg. Um, which obviously doesn't take it all away, but it does help a little bit with the aftermath because I don't know if anyone has ever had a Charlie horse, they know that yes, it hurts in the moment, like the worst fucking pain you could ever have. It's awful. But then after, like the whole rest of the night when you're trying to sleep, it still is really achy even after the actual Charlie horse goes away. So the cramp cream has definitely helped with that. Um, and then I have been doing electrolyte packets as well. I've been using the Element ones recently, but I really like Liquid IV too. Yeah. And then magnesium. Magnesium I've been doing for cramps for like my Charlie horses and my endo cramps. So for the some days cramp cream, I do have a discount code for that. It's code Chronic Chronicles for 15% off. And then I also have one for Pure Spectrum. That's again Chronic Chronicles for 15% off. And I'll link both of those in the show notes if you guys want to try any of that stuff. But yeah, I'm also looking for the last thing about my health check-in is that I'm also looking for a new primary doctor because that it was in my insurance, but I still have like a ridiculous copay because it's a naturopath doctor. So like I don't know, I can't really explain it. Like they explained it to me, but basically if I switch to an MD or DO, it would be a cheaper copay than what my naturopath is. So either I have to switch and stay at that office, or they gave me names of other naturopaths that are a little bit of cheaper copays. So I might look into those and do some appointments and just see if I vibe with them. Just because, like, with a chronic illness, you're at the doctor's a lot, and my copays have gotten insane between therapy that was not included in my insurance and then having copays from going to the doctor so much. I was going broke. Okay. So trying to figure all that out, and that is definitely like on my October, like needs to be done by the end of October. I need to figure that stuff out. So yeah, that's my health check-in. And then for the actual bulk of the episode, I want to talk to you about, things that I wish I could tell my 17-year-old self, and kind of a mix of like things that I've learned by 27. Some of these are super cliche, so I'm gonna warn you with that. They all are relevant to my life, and it's so weird. I feel like 27 just feels like when I think back to my 17-year-old self, I always thought of 27 as like you're an adult, like a 27-year-old. Like you're an adult. And obviously I am an adult and I feel like an adult, but at the same time I don't. Like when I think about myself, I think I am still 17, but then I fucking see 17-year-olds and I'm like, "Oh God, no, I'm not 17 at all. I am definitely an adult." But it's so weird. I just don't feel, and I wonder, my boyfriend and I talk about him all the time. I love him. We have been together since we were 17, both of us. And I'm 3 months older than him, cougar. So I'm turning 27 first. And I'm way more like sentimental than he is. Bless his heart. I didn't mean that in like the mean Southern way. I meant that like genuinely love him. But anyways, I feel like because we started dating when we were 17 and we're still together, I feel like I'm almost like when I think about myself, like I think about us at 17, like that's where like my frame of life like goes to. And I feel like that's why I'm also having a really like weird time like turning 27, because I'm like, oh my God, it's been a decade. Like not just with him, but like in my life. Also, I'm very close to 30 now, which I'm happy about. Like I've always, I watched 13 going on 30 and like 30 flirty and thriving. Like I love that. I want to have like a huge 30, like 30th birthday party. But I don't know, I just have really mixed feelings about it. Obviously, I'm happy, but I'm also like weirdly like, have I done enough by now? Like, am I behind? Am I not? And I feel like kind of like envy towards some of my friends that are like getting married and having babies, but at the same time, like, I'm not quite ready. Like, I want to do a little bit more in my career, and like, I have things that I kind of want to get, not necessarily get done, but like kind of like accomplish before I step on like that next journey. Because I know that when I have babies, I'm gonna be so in it and I want to be in it. I love kids and I've always wanted to be a mom. And I feel like these are normal feelings. I just 27 is weird. It feels like a weird age. And I feel both so fulfilled and questioning if I've done enough, if that makes sense. Anyways, these are the things. Okay. Number one, go to therapy. You won't always be in fight or flight. I'm not going to divulge too much more into that, but 17-year-old Lexy, you will get through it. And things, you will not always feel the way that you feel right now, but you need therapy. Number two, don't say something about someone unless you wouldn't mind if they heard you. Three, try new things. Find hobbies, and skills come with time. So give things more than one time, but also it's okay to try things and not like them. I did not try a lot of things until I was like in the last 10 years of my life. I have gone through a lot of hobbies in the last 10 years, and I've had a really hard time with balancing between trying something a couple times and not liking it and feeling like I have to stick with it until I'm like quote unquote good with it and then I can like good at it. I've had a really hard time with like balancing feeling like a quitter because I tried something and I tried it like once or twice and I didn't really like it, and feeling like I need to continue to do it until I'm like quote unquote good at it and then deciding if I like it or not. But in reality, you can do something a couple times and not like it and decide not to do it anymore. And that's fine. You don't have to continue to do something you don't like because you're afraid that people will perceive you as a quitter. It doesn't matter. If you don't like it, don't do it. And you will find things that you do like. And it's okay to try things and not like it and not do it. It's also okay to try things, not be good at it, but still like it and want to keep doing it until you are good at it. And you should do that too. Number 4 is eat more. Seriously. The amount of times in the last 10 years that I've gotten mad at my body for changing and eaten less is sad. Just eat more. It's fine. You need the nourishment for your body. It's more than fine, actually. It's good. It's what your body needs. And if you're hungry, you should eat. But also you should eat more like fulfilling meals and not Laffy Taffy, but okay. 5, being alone is important, but so are your friends. There was a time in my life where I didn't want to go to the grocery store alone because I liked being around people more than I liked being around myself. And friends are important, but so are you. And being able to do things by yourself and have a good time is so important. That goes into number 6, which is your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship that you will literally ever have in your life. Your relationship with yourself is the thing that you should nourish and put so much of your energy into because it is quite literally the longest and most important relationship that you will ever form on this earth. And it is the most important thing that you could do for your mental health is to learn to love yourself and to learn to spend time with yourself. Your body will change, and that's a good thing. Learn to love it. Your body should not look like it did when you were 17. It has been 10 years, and your body should change, and you should nourish it. Make time for people that love you and support you. That's it. Number 9, you're still with your current boyfriend, 17-year-old Lexy, and he's important, and you love him, but he is not the sun. And you will learn that, and you will learn how to be independent, and you will learn that relationships ebb and flow. They're not linear, and they change, and that's okay. And change is hard, but it's so necessary to grow. And if you guys were the same people you were when you were 17, you probably wouldn't be together still. Change and you ebb and you flow and you love each other more than you did when you were little babies at 17. Call your grandparents more. Call your aunts. Call your cousins. Call your mom. Call your siblings. And nourish those relationships and grow and go to therapy and grow and call each other more and talk to them. Number 11, no one is coming to do things for you. No one cares about your dreams as much as you do, and you're responsible for your own results. That sounds harsh, but it's real. No one's going to care about what you want in life more than you do, and you can't expect anyone to come to your rescue for things. You are responsible for your own life and your results. 12, people don't care as much as you think they do, meaning that in a good and bad way. Everyone cares about themselves at the end of the day, and no one is sitting in bed replaying your cringe moments that happen. No one. And if they are, then they have issues more than your anxiety about them thinking about you, you know? Not everyone is on your team, so try to keep things private until it happens. I know that you like to divulge life to people, and I don't think that's a bad thing. We, talking to 17-year-old me, wear our heart on our sleeves and we trust people, which is a very good thing. But at the same time, some things are really good to keep private until they're over, and then you can celebrate with people because not everybody is on your team. 13, being grateful is the key to life. Try journaling more and writing down what you're grateful for. What other people think of you is not your business. Rejection is redirection because something better is coming. The amount of no's that you've gotten in your life have only led you to way better yeses. I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. And the doors that didn't open were not failures in any way. They were redirections. 16 is read more. I've gotten into my reading era in the past couple of years, and I cannot believe I waited this long. I love reading, so just read more. 17, stop waiting to start something. It doesn't have to be the first or a Monday or 8 a.m. to start. Just start. Just because you want to go on a walk for 90 minutes doesn't mean that you have to start with that. Just go on a walk and see where it takes you. If it's only 10 minutes, that's great. You did it. You started. You don't have to wait. And if that happens on a Thursday instead of a Monday, that's fine. Just start. 18, say no more. Boundaries are so important. Being a yes man is a great thing until it's not, and people take advantage of you. Boundaries are so important, and you're not mean for setting boundaries. They're healthy for you. Set your boundaries, and the people that are supposed to be in your life will respect your boundaries, and the people that don't are not meant for you. Learn to forgive yourself. That is so much easier said than done, but it takes time, and I would be lying if I said that I'm great at I've totally forgiven myself by now, but we're getting there. So just keep working on it. Just forgive yourself. Surround yourself with good people. Energy is contagious. I know that growing up, everybody always says you are what you're around, and it's true. Just surround yourself with people that care and that are good people, and you will mirror that. And it goes the other way too. If you're surrounding yourself with bad people and they do bad things, just because you didn't do the bad things doesn't mean that people will believe you that you didn't do the bad things. You're guilty by association. 21, just because you've known them forever doesn't mean they're your forever friend. It's okay to outgrow people. 22, don't eliminate foods just because it's trendy. You like gluten. You're not sensitive to gluten. Eat the bread. Just eat the bread, okay? 23, go on girls' trips. Oh my fucking God. Please go on girls' trips. Go on more girls' trips. They're so important. They're so good for your soul. And I'm so happy that I get to go on them. I love girls' trips. Go on more. Go on more. 24, don't take advice from somebody you wouldn't switch lives with. Take that with a grain of salt, but also think about it. If somebody is giving you advice and you look at their life and you wouldn't want their life, just think about what advice they're giving you and think critically about that. 25, other people's opinions don't matter if you're fulfilled with what you're doing. 26, it's okay to change your mind on things. It's not quitting. You're evolving. 27, put your phone down and enjoy the moment. I know that you love to take pictures. I know that you love to take videos, but some moments are just better remembered. Put your phone down and look outside. those are my 27 things by 27. The other thing that I like to do every year on my birthday is I like to like journal and think about the things that I've done at 26 or the year before, and then think about things that I want to do at 27. So I thought I would share with you some of the things I want to do this year as a 27-year-old. I'm not a runner by any means. I'm actually awful at running. I've run one 5K in my life and I threw up after, and I told myself I would never do it again. But I want to run a 5K this year, which sounds like an easy feat, but for me, as somebody that does not run and cannot run, it's a hard thing. So I want to run a 5K this year. I also really want to go full force into living more of an anti-inflammatory lifestyle, which is very hard considering a lot of things. And I've been doing little things to get more into that, but I really want to go full force into it. And I want to give it like a solid 3 months of trying an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. So I'm working on planning that out and figuring out when exactly I want to do that. But in the meantime, I am taking little steps to move towards that. I have a new product that I've been working on for literally years, and I'm planning on having that out very soon. I'm hoping before Christmas, hopefully. So I'm really excited about it, and I think that you guys are all going to be super excited about it. I don't want to give you any more than that right now, but that is definitely something I want out in the year that I'm 27. So hopefully soon you'll get more information for sure once I figure things out. I really want to focus on celebrating smaller wins. I have a hard time like allowing myself to be happy for myself about things. So I really want to focus on celebrating like everything that is good that's happening, and doing the same thing like with other people in my life. When I see that somebody has a win, I want to celebrate them. And I really want to focus on that. I would love to get some of my products from my small business into a storefront. So that's also a really big goal of mine this year as a 27-year-old, is to get like some of my mugs in a storefront or some of my sweatshirts or tote bags or something, preferably in like a local storefront here in Washington, but we'll see what happens with that. And another big one is to have more in-person events like the crafting community event that we did, and hang out and converse with all of you guys. And hopefully we have quite a few in the year of 27, but we'll see. At least one for sure, but hopefully more than that. And then the last thing is to go on some type of retreat, which I've never really wanted to do. Sounds kind of silly, but like I would love to go on some type of like yoga retreat and like go hiking, like something like that. And it doesn't even have to be like an actual retreat, like sanctioned thing. Like maybe I just like get some friends together and we like go on a quote unquote retreat, like girls trip, and we make it like retreat vibey. But that's definitely something I want to do. So yeah, that is everything. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for listening and being there, and being like, you guys, and this podcast has been one of my favorite parts of my 26th year of life. And I'm just so thankful for all of you guys. And I'm so excited that you guys are bringing in my 27th year with me. I hope that you found value out of this episode, and I hope that you find value out of this podcast in general. And if you do, please, please, please leave a review, rate this podcast, and follow us on social media at Chronic Chronicles Pod. And yeah, send me your birthdays. DM me your birthdays, okay? And if anyone has anything, I don't know, if you guys have like anything that you want to do this year for your birthday, or like things that you've learned up until this point in your life, feel free to message me and like share that stuff with me. I would love to talk to you guys more about all of this. Thank you so much. I will talk to you guys next Wednesday. Love you.